Hi guys, this is Vidas and welcome to another training. This week we are doing Learn with Vidas session and we're continuing Dissonant Chord training, second part. And this was requested by Don, who is our Total Organist community member. And thank you so much for waiting just before I, started the stream. I noticed that my something is not wrong is wrong with pedals, with expressions pedals, with swells and positive, and they are sort of not contacting very well with swelling software. So I look downstairs, down where the pedals are, right, and you see they were a little bit disconnected. Some one plug was MIDI plug was a little bit disconnected, so I had to get down there, and now it's all fine. Thank you so much for waiting. All right. It happened because of cleaning, of course, the floors, and you sometimes touch, USB cables or MIDI cables, and they got a little bit disconnected, partially, and therefore they were blinking all the time on the screen, the sliders of swelling software. And let's now take a look at the registration. We are in Goch Maria Magdalena Church in Seifert organ, 2015. Who is in the chat right now? In the chat is Don. Thank you for the coffee, very much, virtual coffee, appreciated, Don. Nils, hello, hello, hello. Sean, also, nice to see you here. And yeah, maybe other people will join later, say hello, and hopefully you will find this training useful, because this is a continuation of last week's training. Last week I did a little bit of introduction into dissonant chords, four-note chords and their inversions, and gave you exercises to practice. Hope you did a little bit of practice this week to get used to these different inversions and different hand positions. If you did, then this next step today will actually bring you up to speed, and we will be able to improvise a nice little meditation, but using those dissonant chords. Okay, so since we are in Christmas mode now, let's open the hymnal and find some beautiful Christmas tune to do. Okay, that would be wonderful, I think. Because of course we could use our own theme, right? The melody from the head, but everyone loves definitely hymn tunes of Christmas carols, right? So how about "O Come All Ye Faithful"? Okay, that's the tune that we all know. "O Come All Ye Faithful," Adeste Fideles. And I've written, of course, Adeste Fideles Suite, using those chords, by the way, and it has 4 movements. And during Undamari's studio concert last week, our student Benas Matuzevičius played entire suite at the end of the concert, and that was wonderful to see someone else playing my piece, and you could hear it live during this concert video, which is published on Osha's channel. Okay. All right, Giovanni joined the live chat. Hello, 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 Giovanni. Now let's take a look at the registration and we'll be good to go. Since we are on this meditative mode, we need basically a solo division. How about clarinet? Maybe with the flute chimney flute, right? and then on the RSE could be strings. And obviously flutes, the long bass, bourdon, a little bit too much, sous bass instead. Yeah, so the registration is set. Now let's take a look at the steps required. Obviously, we need to play this tune. To be able to play this tune in the right hand part, obviously everybody in this live chat can do that with their eyes closed. So we don't need to repeat this tune itself. But now the interesting part is to provide our own harmony. While looking at the harmonization of the tune, you could open your own hymnal, by the way, or you could harmonize it from your head. It's just easier to use harmonization, but we will add more dissonant harmony as the theme, the topic for today is. So let me just remind how it sounds, this beautiful hymn with normal harmony, okay, with classical harmony. Okay, I just made an adjustment to these harmonies because we need, of course, basically one solo voice in the right hand part, right? And to have as many voices in the left hand part as possible. So sometimes 2, sometimes 3, right? And one in the bass, one in the pedals. So now that we know how the tune sounds, now let's take a look at the keyboard view of this camera angle, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, because now you can keep the bass line. The bass line could be the same, but the harmonies could have more notes in it, and not 3-note chords, but 4-note chords. So, for example, the first basically, maybe I will need mantra sometimes. The first chord in the hymnal is G major chord. G, B, D, and G. But we could add a 7th chord, like this. G, B, F sharp, and G. It's incomplete 7th chord because there is no D, no 5th, but you could supply it with your left hand part somehow. This way or this way, like this. And the pedals could still play G, and the melody could still play G as well. So it's nice to, instead of this, play this F sharp, and there you have a dissonant chord. Now, next, when we have B in the pedals, it's traditionally it's tonic 6 chord, like this. But since we are in the dissonant chord mode, we could have a 6/5 chord at a dissonant note here, like this, like this. And next, again 7th chord, like this, right? Instead of this F sharp, maybe I will show you an entire view with pedals. Instead of this, we need not a 6 chord, but maybe this chord for 3 chord, or even a 7th chord. Next, or again dissonant chord, right? So let me play very slowly for you those harmonies so that you could actually hear the difference. It's not yet improvisation, yeah, we're just harmonizing, and improvisation will come next when we will supply interludes, right? Interludes between chorale or hymn phrases. And that's how we will expand our meditation into a full-scale piece. It will be a gentle, slow-moving piece, but still will cover 2 or 3 minutes easily. Okay, so here we go. This view, and I will play very softly. If you have any questions, of course, let me know in the live chat. I'll be glad to answer it. That's how the first phrase sounds, right? Do you like it? Tell me your opinion about it. There is one thing to remember. Sometimes one harmony sounds better than the other. And the reason of it is sometimes there are so many choices with these 7th chords and their inversions that sometimes we pick like a weaker harmony, harmonic progression in comparison to the stronger harmony. Let me explain. Let's say in right at the end of measure 2, when the melody goes D, and then there is joy B. This leap from D to B, it could be harmonized, right, with the dominant 6 chord. Let me show you. Maybe a little louder. Right. D, 6 chord, and tonic. That's perfectly fine, because these are different harmonies, different tonal qualities. But instead of this, you could play a 7th chord inversion for 2 of this This is a seventh chord, but this is inversion of this, right? F sharp is on the bottom. So what happens when you play this? Next, in the next measure, you play this. The same harmony. So the rule in tonal harmony is avoiding as much as possible the same kind of harmonies over the bar line, because on the beat 1 to 2, right, it's perfectly fine to use the same harmony, like inversion or this different position of the same chord. But on the beat 4 going through 1, right, over the bar line, you need like strong harmonic rhythm, strong harmonic pulse, and 1 is a downbeat, 4 is a weak beat, the beat that goes like an upbeat, right? So you need different harmonies to accentuate this change of harmonic rhythm, not the same harmony, but different harmony. The same harmony would only work if you would start the measure before, right, from the downbeat on the same harmony, and continue the same harmonies and positions over 4 beats, and then even in the next measure you could have the same type of harmony. That's fine. But if you have different harmonies in measure 2, in measure 3 should be a different harmony than in measure 2. That's the main rule here. So instead of playing this, connecting 2 measures, it's better to do this. Much better, different harmonies, different chords. Because here is 6/5 chord of the D 7th chord, right? This is the position chord. This is 6/5, and this is the 7th chord of G. The distance between roots of D and G, it's a perfect fourth. So they are perfect fourth or fifth apart. So that's a strong harmonic progression, and therefore it works very well. So my point is, while playing and harmonizing these phrases, you should be aware of the stronger and weaker harmonic progressions, and especially try to avoid the same harmonies over the bar line. Okay, does it make sense? Now the second phrase, I will mute the microphone and show you how it's done. So one of the possible ways to do this in 4-note chords and their inversions. It's nice to see that you could always play 3 notes in the left hand part. If your left hand is strong, it doesn't have to be all legato, by the way. It can be detached a little bit. Just keep one voice, upper voice, maybe more legato than the others, or use finger substitutions if you prefer, right? And that will give you lush harmonies, right? Those 3 notes, especially dissonant notes, right? And practice this way: right hand 1 voice, left hand 3 voices from the same chord, right? Harmonies, and pedals another voice, the bass. I should probably say that there is an interesting way to see how we could invent those harmonies. Simply, I've done this a number of times in my compositions. Don't even worry about which kind of chords to use. You could actually play entire piece with one type of chord throughout. Any 7th chord inversion would work. Let's say one of the best I found inversions for this type of parallel motion, we're talking about parallel motion between the chords, is for 3 chord. Take a look. Let's say soprano has G at the beginning. So if we put 3/3, if we stack 3/3, it's a 7th chord. But if we do this is a 4/3 chord. 4/3, 6/5, and this is 7th chord. It has G in it. So I think I already taught you a little bit about parallel chord playing in the past in some of my tutorials about improvisation and harmonization with modern tools. Remember, you could play that scale up and down in 4/3, parallel 4/3 chords. Right? So that's what I'm talking about. So let me play just briefly, maybe one line, okay, for you, harmonizing one line, the first line. This line, this phrase, with parallel 4/3 chords. So these, right? So 3 notes in the left hand part, obviously these notes, but could be positioned differently. Could be this way, could be this way. Could be even different notes, G in it too, because we will need the 5th voice too. Let's do this. So let me play like this very slowly, and you can compare the harmonies if you like, and it will sound rather beautiful even in parallel 4/3 chords. Obviously, sometimes we need to make adjustment even in this exercise, because if you choose to use this parallel motion in chords, at the end of the piece, it wouldn't sound very, very convincing to have this chord, B, D, E, and G. This is a 4/3 chord, and ending a piece with 4/3 chord, inversion of the 7th chord, is not very stable. You need more stable chord, more stable inversion. So instead of this, maybe, and Christ. Don't harmonize the small note. Oh. And then we have a strong harmonic progression. Bass goes from C to G, perfect 4 down, and everything is fine. Not the same harmony for the bar line. You see, it would work very well. Yeah. So guys, this is one of the options too. If you prefer not to switch between the chords and inversions, not to think about inversions at this point, you could just use one inversion throughout. You could use 7th chord, the first position, right? Like this. Where this? G, B, E, and F sharp. 7th chord instead of 4/3 chord throughout the piece. It has an English term. I don't know, in Lithuanian this term, by the way, we were not taught this kind of thing, but in America, when we were teaching, I came across teaching as harmony assistants in music theory classes. I came across the word called planing, where you use the same harmony up and down in parallel motion, basically. So 4-note chords, 3-note chords, 5-note chords, also you could go up and down in parallel motion, disregarding the rule about parallel fifths and octaves. That doesn't apply in this case. It's not a mistake anymore in this style, right? If all the voices go up or down, if you use in parallel forbidden fifths and octaves, it only matters when you use traditional harmonies, right? It could matter in this new style as well. So sometimes it's best to use opposite direction between the bass and soprano to avoid parallel intervals, but it's not a mistake. Yeah, you could do whatever you want in this style. So I hope this works. So I guess this is for you now to think about and practice. I think we will have to have a third session, third part of this dissonant chord next week. Now we covered, right, harmonization of the tune with 7th chords and their inversions, right, today. But next time I will teach you how to create those interludes, right, and extend the piece into a full meditation, full-sized meditation, 2 to 4 minutes, depending on the length of the tune. Right? This is a tune which has 5 phrases, so it easily could go around 3 minutes, right? In a slow tempo, in a adagio tempo. And the trick would be to supply interludes of around 2 measures long before and after each phrase, right? Those interludes could be repeatable, like ostinato figures, or you could create entirely new material just from your head to connect those phrases. It's up to you, and I will teach you that next time. So now, homework for you, of course, you need to reinforce this material. So homework would be to pick a number of Christmas tunes this week, right? Especially you could use the same Adeste Fideles tune and play around, maybe in G major key and F major key as well, because people use that in F major, or any other Christmas tunes that you have in your hymnal that's very topically appropriate this time of the year. And your assignment would be to harmonize the tune, not with traditional harmonies, tonic, subdominant, dominant, but now using the seventh chords and their inversions in parallel motion, or using different inversions to create something like what I did today. Okay, so pick a number of tunes in different keys. That would be beautiful for you to get to know, and use one voice in the right hand part as a solo melody, a soprano on the solo registration like we did today. It could have been any soft reeds like oboe, clarinet, voix humaine, for example, too. But it could have been cornet. It could have been flute mutation combination like flute 8, 4 and Nassart 2 and 2/3, or flute 8, 4 and 1 3/5, or 8, 4 and 1 1/3. You know, all kinds of thirds and fifths combinations would work here, with or without the tremulant in the right hand part. All right, and of course you need 16 and 8 in the pedals, soft stops to reinforce this. Right, I hope you will enjoy these beautiful harmonizations on your organ setup at home or at the church, and you will see how actually modern and colorful they sound. And this will be like an intermediate step before next week's training, when we will delve into expanding harmonization into a nice slow moving meditation, right? So, but that will be after Christmas on December 28th. So if I won't see you before that, Merry Christmas, have a happy Christmas, of course, and a beautiful time of the year. And but I hope to see you on Friday too, on the second day of Christmas. I hope to do a live stream on the bench with Vidas, playing a number of Christmas tunes for you, and just having a great time with this beautiful idea of making spontaneous music on the bench with Vidas, and you on the other side of the screen enjoying this music making, and of course thematically appropriate for Christmas. All right, thank you so much, Sean, for your virtual ticket. Appreciate it. Here is a heart for you and a like. Yeah. All right, guys, stay tuned, and don't forget to visit Tosha's channel. Tomorrow we will be publishing there very soon, actually, in a few hours, our last joint concert from two organs from Vilnius University St. John's Church, big organ, and Aula Parva organ. A few days ago, 2 days ago actually, we had a joint concert with Osha on two organs for a private audience, private group who had like a Christmas celebrations at Vilnius University locations. So they of course requested organ music from us and on different instruments. So we of course filmed everything, and hope to see you tomorrow on Osha's channel for this video, right? Recital. And I won't tell you what we are playing, but definitely you will be able to enjoy it tomorrow. So, thank you so much again. And now with Total Organist community, we will do a third session of the Decans Noel training, variations on Christmas tunes. And I think Don will join me in that. Okay, so thank you so much. And today's top fans were Sean number 1, Don number 2, Giovanni number 3, Nils number 4, and Rin number 5. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, thank you so much, and see you all tomorrow on Ausha's channel. Bye for now. And remember, when you practice, miracles happen.